Hey, I'm WVTM 13 Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson, and it looks like we are in pretty good shape. Headed into a big weekend in central Alabama. That's a view from the Talladega Superspeedway on Tuesday afternoon, where we've been in the mid to upper 80s. Look at these numbers around here. On Tuesday afternoon, Mobile and Huntsville set record highs. Tuscaloosa hit 92, and Birmingham was right on 90 degrees. Good news is I think that we're going to be a little cooler, at least going into the weekend ahead, but we're also going to stay very dry, so temperatures are going to stay on the warm side. To the southeast of Birmingham and Talladega and Tuscaloosa and Auburn, towards South Georgia, northwest Florida, some heavy rain happening there, and this is happening in the moment. Not long lasting. There'll be much drier weather down that way too going into the weekend, but around most of the state of Alabama, there's just not a lot of hope for any significant rainfall. We're totally dry by Friday. We'll shake away these spotty showers and storms that we've been dealing with, and I don't think there's anything rain-wise coming up for the weekend. And looking longer term, boy, there's just not a lot of hope out there for anything significant through early October. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center has highlighted a big chunk of Alabama here where rapid onset drought is likely in the next 2 weeks. So between now and the middle of October, very dry. I know we've got camping at Talladega this weekend, but you got to be really, really careful with any campfires or anything like that, or camping anywhere for that matter, around the Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, where things have been so dry lately. It's just not going to be a great idea. Cool and comfortable in the mornings at Dega this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mid-80s in the afternoons. Lots of sunshine. Let's talk about a little high school football. Friday night in the 70s. Looks like a repeat performance of what happened last Friday night. Auburn and Georgia. It'll be a little warm at Jordan-Hare for that 2:30 kick. The east and north sides of the stadium baking in the sun. In the shade, it really won't be all that bad. Mid to upper 70s by the time the game is over. The nightcap in Starkville, Mississippi, Alabama, and Mississippi State. A little bit more muggy than it is at Auburn, but luckily this game is happening late in the evening, so it's not quite as hot. Temperatures should be in the 70s for that, but it will be pretty toasty in the afternoon. Samford, a noon kickoff with East Tennessee State, should be in the mid to upper 80s on Saturday afternoon, and then an isolated shower is possible in New Orleans when UAB goes down to visit Tulane. So here's the deal around north and central Alabama this afternoon. We've had some record high temperatures. It's still, even at 5:40 p.m., close to 90 in Birmingham, Alabaster, and Tuscaloosa. But there's the cooler, drier air that's trying to come toward the southeast. In this zone right here, they are just socked in with clouds and light rain. The wedge is trying to move south and southwest toward Alabama. I think it's really going to be more noticeable over the eastern side of the state than the western side of the state, but it is at least going to help to give us a little bit of relief. Isolated showers Tuesday evening. I think Wednesday is mostly dry, other than a tiny chance of a brief shower or two here and there. We're going to start the morning in the 60s and then very quickly jump into the upper 70s and low 80s over East Alabama. Look at Talladega, 81 on Wednesday. That's not bad. It'll be a little bit hotter going into the weekend. Tuscaloosa, Northport area, 88, up to Vinemont, Huntsville. No more 90s up there for the rest of this week, but I would not be shocked to see another 90 or so coming up for the weekend. Looking at the 7-day forecast, highs in the mid to upper 80s. That's well above average. Saturday, Sunday in Birmingham, close to 90 again. Overnight lows are going to be in the lower 60s. And then next week, it's more of the same, and that's where that rapid onset drought will come in. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know how things are going to pan out in the 10 to 15-day window here. But overall, the weather looking very warm, very dry going into the first part of October.